Hello and welcome to my video all about how to colour rice. You might be thinking, what am I going to do with coloured rice? Well, you can use it with young children for sensory play. Older children can also have fun playing with it, and they can stick it onto card with PVA glue in order to make pictures. And one more idea that I'm going to be demonstrating later on in the video is to use the rice to make nice and easy ornamental jars. A bit like how you'd fill jars with layers of differently coloured sand. So, what do you need to do this? Well, it's a great activity to do on a budget because all you need is rice. In my case, I've just bought a 1 kilogram pack of value rice, some grip seal or Ziploc bags. You'll need 1 bag per colour of rice that you want to make. If you're making this rice for kids who are going to play with it, then you'll also need some kind of tray or container, like a roasting tin. You'll also need liquid food colourings. I'm going to be using 3 colours, pink, purple and blue. If you're going to be making pictures out of the rice, you'll also need some card and PVA glue. Or if you're planning to make an ornament out of the rice, then you'll need some kind of decorative glass jar. And also, if you have a funnel handy, that will come in very useful when transferring the rice into the bags. There are also a few optional extras that you can choose to add to your rice if you like. These include white vinegar, rubbing alcohol, or alcohol hand gel, which is supposed to help spread the colour through the rice and to also help the colour set. I personally am not going to use any of these, and as long as you dry the rice, you shouldn't have a problem with colour transfer. I've also seen people add a drop or 2 of essential oil in order to make the rice smell nice. But of course, these are just optional extras. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you need to do is transfer the rice into the bags. The amount of rice you can colour at any one time is only limited by the size of the bags you're using. In my case, I can fit a cup or 2 of rice in each bag. You don't want to overfill the bags because then they'll be hard to mix. So really, you don't want to fill the bags more than halfway. Once you've transferred the rice into the bags, you can then add the colour. In my case, this means I'm going to put several drops of liquid food colouring into each bag. Feel free to use an alternative colouring method if you wish, for instance some liquid watercolour paint. If you want to add any essential oil for a nice smell, then now add 1 or 2 drops per bag. And if you want to add any white vinegar, rubbing alcohol or alcohol hand gel in order to help the colour spread and set, then now is the time to add no more than 1 teaspoon per cup or 2 of rice. Then you simply seal the bags and give them a shake and a squeeze until all of the rice has been coloured. If you don't think the colour is vibrant enough, or some of the rice is still a bit white, then you can add more colouring. Rice is porous, so it does absorb the colour quite quickly. Once you're happy with the colours, spread the rice out on a tray or in a tin and leave until dry. This shouldn't take more than a couple of hours, and then it's ready to play with. As long as the rice is kept dry, you shouldn't have any problem with colour transfer. And if you want to keep and reuse the rice, then you simply put it in an airtight jar or bag and make sure to keep it dry. The rice is fun to play with on its own, but you could also use PVA glue to attach it to card and make pictures from it. Another idea is to use the rice inside a cardboard tube to make a DIY rain stick or musical toy. And you can even use the rice to make an ornament, which is what I'm going to demonstrate next. And to do this, you're going to need a decorative glass jar. This is a really quick and simple make, and all you do is add layers of differently coloured rice all the way up the inside of the jar. You can tap the jar to level off the layers, but try not to shake the jar so that the layers get all mixed up. You want the layers to stay separate from each other. So I used a layer of plain rice, then pink, then plain, then blue, purple, plain and blue. And that's one colourful jar ornament completed. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you very much for watching.